we go. If you're just joining us, give us a shout out in the chat, say hello, and let us know your favorite Disney resort. Jim Anderson, thanks for joining us. His favorite is Art of Animation. The Contemporary for Holly. Thanks for joining us, guys.
I love it. We're getting so many attendees.
Yay.
No, it's exciting.
Thank you so much for joining us. Angie has so many exciting things to share with us, so I'm so excited you could be here. We'll probably get started in one more minute. Let's just let anybody else who's getting ready to come on get on. And we do want to be respectful of your time and have plenty of time for Angie to share and then for Gus to share when he's coming on the second half. So if you are still on the chat, oh, Animal Kingdom is a favorite for Hope. Thanks for joining us, Hope. So a second question in the chat. Anybody have a guess on what character Gus is going to be drawing for us? Oh, Daniel can't hear us. Oh no.
Huh.
I'm not sure what to say about that other than maybe log out and log back in, or
put it in the chat if you can't hear.
Put it in the chat if you can't hear us. Oh, well, I don't know if I can.
No, meaning you put the directions in the chat because he can't hear us.
Thank you for keeping my brain going, Angie.
You are okay. This is why we're partners. Or he could maybe just use the call-in number if you provided one.
Yeah.
Can you tell I Zoom all day?
Oh, he says, I've never done the Zoom thing before.
I was going to say, you've done it with me plenty of times.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm sending Daniel some help. So anybody else want to share a favorite Disney resort or what character you think Gus might be drawing with us in a little bit? And then we will get started. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. I am super, oh, we got a Goofy suggestion, maybe Goofy. I'm not sure I actually know. I told him to surprise me, so I'm not exactly sure. He told me a lot of the ones that he did. Minnie. So we're going to get started, and we want to give Angie the time to tell us. So I want to just introduce her. Angie is from Disney Destinations. She is our partner that we work with over there, and she's going to tell us a little bit about herself and then get us started with telling us all about the magic that is coming to Disney in 2021. So take it away, Angie.
Thank you, Allison. Well, my name is Angie Bechtold, and I am under the branch of Disney Destinations for the Walt Disney Travel Company. We work with travel agencies like Allison's, and Allison is their agency. Magical Memory Planners is an authorized Disney vacation planner. They are one of our best partners, which is why we have created an opportunity like this evening. So I'm going to go through a very short presentation, probably less than 30 minutes. Definitely don't want to bore you. This is one of the reasons I'm going to give you some great information and certainly, expectations of what's to come ahead here in 2021, and even a couple little sneak peeks of some exciting things later on this year for our 50th anniversary that we're super excited about. And then Allison's going to get into some special booking offers and incentives, and then of course the entertainment after me. So I'll turn off my camera because I do have speaking points and talking points that legally I'm required to stick to, but it's going to be a fun presentation. So thank you all for joining me this evening. Welcome. Thanks so much again for joining us tonight. Allison and I certainly appreciate your time and you being here. The magic is certainly here, or should I say, in Walt Disney World. And for so many of us, Disney serves as a source of inspiration. Disney World. Rest assured, the magic is absolutely still there and with us. First off, there are some recent additions to our attraction and entertainment offerings at our theme parks. First up is the Magic Kingdom, where Cinderella's castle recently received a royal makeover. You can also experience classic attractions such as Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, the Haunted Mansion, It's a Small World, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Space. A visit to the Magic Kingdom park would be complete without spotting a few beloved Disney characters. While one-on-one character interactions are currently unavailable, the magic is absolutely here at the Magic Kingdom with spontaneous appearances right along the parade route with your favorite characters. Heading on over to Hollywood Studios. We've had a multi-year expansion new world was hitting. We launched Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and experiences like Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And let's not forget Toy Story Land. The incredibly popular Star Wars Rise of the Resistance utilizes a virtual queue via the My Disney Experience app. Make sure you talk with your travel agent about using this. They'll provide you with expert advice regarding the push notifications that let you know when it's your turn to experience the attraction. Be sure to check the Know Before You Go website before visiting Disney's Hollywood Studios for the latest information about the virtual queue. Heading on over to Disney's Animal Kingdom Park. You can celebrate the magic of nature in Pandora, the world of Avatar. Guests can travel to the Valley of Moura to hike among the floating mountains of Pandora and experience two awe-inspiring attractions. River Journey. You can also watch for more new residents on the Harobe Wildlife Reserve at Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. A Nigerian dwarf goats were born in 2020 in Walt Disney World while at Disney's Magic Kingdom. Aboard Kilimanjaro safaris, for example, you may see a young giraffe now out on the savannah. And Epcot. Travel around the globe, under the sea, into outer space, and beyond at Epcot. Ignite your imagination on attractions that let you blast off on a journey into our solar system on Mission Space. Glide around the world on Soarin', and sail away on a frozen adventure on Frozen Ever After. With seasonal events across the park, each festival at Epcot includes a guide with highlights and unique experiences, food, and of course, merchandise. This year, a new digital festival guide is available on the My Disney Experience mobile app. Character cavalcades, from cavalcades to caravans to flottillas and even special pop-up appearances, guests can discover favorite friends at all 4 of our Walt Disney World theme parks and the occasional surprise at Disney Resort hotels. At the Magic Kingdom Park is the Mickey and Friends Cavalcade to the Royal Princess Processional and more. At Animal Kingdom, you can catch a glimpse of characters from Disney's Pocahontas or Disney's The Lion King as they float by during the Discovery River character cruise. And at Epcot, you travel around the world showcase and you can come upon Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Pluto, and Goofy all out sightseeing and waving to their friends. And over at Hollywood Studios, Mickey and Friends popular Disney Junior stars and fan favorite Pixar characters take part in special motorcades when these characters may make surprise appearance. And don't miss, of course, the buzz of our seasonal events through the Taste of Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. And that was actually blooming from March 3rd, which began a couple weeks ago, through July 5th. And then guests will find fresh cuisine, creative gardens, and unforgettable topiaries as part of this annual festival. The Festival of Arts is always in the wintertime, in the fall time. We have our Food and Wine Festival, and then we always have our Festival of the Holidays, of course, starting around Thanksgiving time. VIP tours. Be sure to ask your travel agent about these. You can certainly maximize your fun at our parks by taking one of our fun-filled and efficient guided tours with our VIP tour services. Upgrade your and a knowledgeable guide. Ask your travel agent for more details. And coming later this year, Get excited for even more magic with Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Everyone's favorite little chef is cooking up something really big for Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary because grand opening of Remy's Ratatouille Adventure at Epcot is set for October 1st of this year, 2021. That date may sound familiar, as it will also mark the exact 50 years since Walt Disney World officially opened for the first time. So Chef Remy will help us kick off the world's most magical celebration in Parisian style. In this delicious new attraction, guests will feel like they've shrunk to the size of Chef Remy as they scurry through Gusteau's famous restaurant at a wild adventure for the whole family. And there's no height requirement. Based on Disney and Pixar's Academy Award winning Ratatouille, the experience will be part of a newly expanded France pavilion inside Epcot that will also open October 1st. And coming to Disney Springs, Cirque du Soleil show Drawn to Life, coming, of course, to Disney Springs, will be a collaboration between Cirque du Soleil, Walt Disney Animation Studios, and Walt Disney Imagineering. Let's talk about the resort experience. With the opening of our resorts, we have taken a measured and very deliberate approach to enhance the Disney resort travel experience. There are more resort hotel, including some new options for accommodations at Disney's Riviera Resort, which opened late in 2019. Enchantment waits for you as a resort hotel that's inspired by Europe and imagined by Disney. Delight in exhilarating activities, delectable dining, and stylish accommodations, from cozy tower studios to spacious villas with up to 3 bedrooms. Celebrate the unique blend of Spanish, Mexican, and Southwestern American cultures at the newly reimagined Disney's Coronado Springs Resort, featuring a brand new, built from the ground up, Gran Destino Tower. And in addition to new accommodations, a new form of transportation offers an incredible way to get around Walt Disney World Resort, Disney's Skyliner. Take to the skies as you travel by aerial gondola for a bird's eye view of the various locations around Walt Disney World Resort. Online check-in service to help with physical distancing efforts, reduce registration time, and simplify arrival. We strongly recommend that if you're staying in a Disney Resort hotel, you utilize online check-in service prior to arrival, either via the My Disney Experience website or the My Disney Experience mobile app. The My Disney Experience mobile app is a tool that helps before and prior to your stay and during your Disney vacation. We encourage at least one person in your party to have the app downloaded on their phone. Direct to room service. Guests who use direct to room service may proceed directly to their Disney Resort room without even having to visit the front desk. On arrival day, you'll receive real-time updates on your mobile device, such as notifications when your room is ready and their assigned room number. When your room is ready, you can use the resort hotel map and simply unlock your door with a magic band, or use the unlock door feature in the My Disney Experience mobile app. Guests may still pick up room keys at the front desk of their Disney resort if needed. Things to know before you go. Let's talk about what you need before you purchase a vacation and while you're working with your travel agent before you travel to Walt Disney World Resort. Updates to the Walt Disney World experience, including park tickets and park hopper option, magic bands, and fast pass. Tickets with the park hopper option are now available for 2021 travel, as the ability to visit more than one park a day is now offered again, with some modifications as part of the ongoing focus that we have on health and safety standards. With the updated park hopper experience, guests must make a Disney Park Pass reservation for the first park they plan to visit and enter that first park prior to visiting another. At this time, a park reservation is not required after the first park. However, reservation requirements are subject to change. The availability to visit another park will be subject to the park's capacity limitations. We have just reopened Disney's Blizzard Beach on March 7th. Guests can purchase new tickets and include the Park Hopper Plus option or water park and sports option for admission to Blizzard Beach March 7th and later. And Disney Resort guests will have the option to purchase new Magic Bands at a discount, including an array of new colors and designs featuring Disney characters. Key to the World cards will also be available at no cost to guests who do not have a smart device. Magic Band during this time. As a reminder, and as a result of COVID-19 impact on operations, the FastPass service is suspended for the time being. FastPass service is not offered with the purchase of tickets or annual passes. We'll share future updates at a later date. Hey, Allison, can you hear me okay?
Yes, every now and again you go out for a second, but I don't know if that's just me or if that's for
No,
everyone.
it's actually me. I apologize. I believe I'm still on the Disney network from working today, and I should have been on my personal network. So I really apologize. I just wanted to make sure everything was okay.
Yep, mostly fine every now and again, but not so far. The last little bit has been great.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so updates to dining, resort hotels, and transportation. Although Disney dining plans are currently unavailable, we have a variety of quick service and table service dining options. Some dining experiences, including character dining at Chef Mickey's and locations that previously offered buffet-style dining, have been modified to family-style dining. At Disney Resort hotels, bell services will deliver luggage to rooms, but will not escort guests. Self-parking is available for all guests, and valet parking is only available for guests who require parking assistance. Overnight parking fees do apply. Certain services and amenities such as in-room dining, in-room celebrations, airline check-in, and shipping services are temporarily unavailable. The extra magic hours benefit was suspended when Walt Disney World reopened last summer, and as we continue to manage attendance and health and safety, and keep that health and safety at top of mind, extra magic hours will remain suspended. Finally, regarding transportation options, Disney's Magical Express will operate but not deliver luggage for guests. Guests will need to retrieve any checked luggage from their airline upon arrival at Orlando International Airport. On departure day, guests will bring their luggage with them to the Orlando International Airport and will check bags directly with their airline. Disney Skyliner is operating and will load one party per gondola. Minivan service through Lyft is temporarily unavailable. This includes service around the Walt Disney World Resort, as well as service to and from the International Airport. Park-to-park transportation is now available with operations beginning each day shortly prior to the park of park hopper hours. Monorail service between the Transportation and Ticket Center and Epcot is still temporarily suspended. Know before you go. Disney has very important information about your stay in the Know Before You Go information found online. And you can find this right at the Magical Memory Planners website. And your travel agent with Magical Memory Planners can also provide you with this link and the Park Pass calendar. Preparation is key, and it's important to know about the experiences that you will have during the visit. Please be sure to review this information before your vacation is purchased, and again, before your visit with your travel agent. Any changes to the experience are found here, and you'll want to be as knowledgeable as possible. Things change constantly. As you all know, our world is changing constantly. And as things open back up, this will be the place where you find all of the official information and the changes about your Walt Disney World vacation. What to expect? Let's review some health and safety changes to Disney experiences that you may experience during your visit. Our commitment to safety. As part of our commitment to the health and safety of our guests, our cast members, and our communities in which we operate, Disney has high standards for sanitation and employs robust cleaning procedures. Some of these procedures will be apparent during your visit, while others will take place backstage and after closing. These commitments mentioned here are in addition to enhanced safety measures we've implemented across the entire Walt Disney World Resort. Guests will be required to practice these enhanced safety measures while visiting Walt Disney World Resort. Let's start with face coverings. Face coverings are required for all guests ages 2 and up. Guests should check the Know Before You Go site to view acceptable face coverings. Temperature screenings are required for entry to some locations. Guests must undergo a temperature screening prior to entry to the theme park, Disney Springs, and table service restaurants at Disney Resort hotels. These screenings use no-touch thermometers, and anyone displaying a temperature of 100.4 or higher will receive additional assistance and rescreening at an additional location. Guests displaying a temperature of 100.4 or above and their entire party will not be permitted to enter. We've also made adjustments to promote physical distance. Have been added to select places where it is difficult to maintain strict physical distancing guidelines. Vehicles will be directed to park in every other space in the parking lots of the theme parks, and cast members are trained to engage with guests and promote physical distancing guidelines to common areas and queues. Guests are strongly encouraged to use cashless payments options as well, including debit cards, credit cards, and Disney gift cards. Disney guests also can use magic bands to charge purchases to their room. And lastly, in addition to our enhanced safety measures and cleaning procedures, guests should maintain awareness of any quarantine regulations in their home state, as well as restrictions imposed by the state of Florida on entry from certain other states. My Disney Experience. Under our modified operating conditions, My Disney Experience plays a key role for you while visiting Walt Disney World Resort. This helpful technology that powers My Disney Experience provides you the most efficient experience if you emphasize the following steps. Guests need to register or sign in to My Disney Experience. You can certainly ask your travel agent for help in this area and they'll walk you through it. But 1, you should link your resort stays first, then your park tickets. 2, guests must book park reservations. Park reservation availability is limited due to capacity constraints. Immediately after package and ticket purchase, you can secure park reservations for each day you plan to visit a park. You should not delay this step. Early engagement with My Disney Experience provides several guest benefits, like online check-in to making park reservations to ensure availability. Key reminders. Remember these things about your park reservations. Guests must have a Disney account and access the My Disney Experience website to book park reservations in the Disney Park Pass system. Each guest ages 3 and up must have a valid park admission and a park reservation or a park pass for the park and the valid use date for their Disney theme park tickets. The park reservation park pass must be valid for the park that the guest plans to visit, and a guest can book park reservations for their entire travel party using their family and friends list in My Disney Experience. Guests must book park reservations for each day they wish to visit a park, up to the total number of days for the admission available to them. Dining. Let's look at some safety enhancements to the dining experience at Walt Disney World Resort. Dining check-in. You may enjoy table service dining at our restaurants. Although restaurant availability may be limited to managed capacity, a new mobile check-in feature allows you to bypass the host stand upon arrival at select Disney table service restaurants. The dining check-in feature also allows adjustments to a reservation, such as party size, seating, and accessibility needs, and dining and allergy requests. When your table is ready, you will be notified via the My Disney Experience mobile app. While widely available, this functionality is not available for all locations. Mobile ordering. The My Disney Experience mobile app can enhance your quick service dining experience and minimize wait time too. Browse menus and order in advance from virtually anywhere with cashless transactions. Mobile orders are then prepared when you arrive at the quick service dining location and check in via the My Disney Experience mobile app. Why now? Why travel to Walt Disney World at this time in 2021? We have got so many special offers available with some of the steepest incentives in years. And now is a great time to visit Walt Disney World Resort. We have couple special promotions going on. We have our Get 2 extra days added to your ticket. Be sure to talk to your Magical Memory Planner travel agent about this. Our Book with Confidence policy. We also have our Spring into Magic promotion that is for stays through July 10th, as long as you book by May 27th. Of course, that's based on availability. We also have a special offer on our Memory Maker as well. And I just want to thank all of you for joining me this evening. As I said, the presentation was going to be short and sweet. You can see Magical Memory Planners contact information, their email. I'm sure a lot of you were invited specifically by one of your travel agents and you already have their email address and a relationship with them. But of course, if you need their general phone number, it's there on the screen. So Allison, I'll hand it back to you.
Thank you so much, Angie, for joining us tonight. I really appreciate all the information you shared. We had a good conversation going in the chat as well, answering some questions. So I just want to thank you again so much for coming. And I know we'll be talking soon.
Awesome. And then are you able to take the screen back to you then?
I think you just stopped sharing.
Okay. Or do you want me to share the specials?
If you have them, you could throw them up there. That would be great.
I do, and you can speak to those.
All right, perfect. So we have a couple of promotions going on right now as a special thank you for attending this webinar. So the first one is for all guests that book a Walt Disney World vacation by April 15th is going to get a digital copy of this planner. So look how big this is. This is a really fun resource that can just give you some extra tips and help you get really excited about your trip. We will, everybody who books a trip is going to get an ebook of this planner. There's also a companion planner that goes with this that's specifically designed for kids. So you're going to get both of those in the ebook or PDF form. And then we're also going to give out an additional 3 people are going to get the hard copy. So of all the bookings, we will draw 3 names and 3 of you will actually get the hard copy of the book in addition to everyone getting the ebook. So keep that in mind as you're looking, and that could be for 2021 or 2022 travel. The second offer we have is specifically for our 2021 guests. So I went down to the front desk today and picked up this amazing, fun tote bag full of, oh, where's my camera? Full of Disney snacks. So for one guest, one family that books a 2021 trip, we are going to draw one of those families and have either this or a similar welcome gift for you when you arrive at your Disney resort for 2021 vacation, and you will get a yummy bag of treats to share with your family while you're at Disney World. I'm terrible with this camera thing. Where is it?
I love it.
It's really a cute little
Awesome.
So I can't promise you this one because offerings do change, but some type of welcome gift like this will be at your resort for you.
And I have to just share with all of you that the reason that Allison can offer these things is because their agency is an authorized Disney vacation planning agency. So they're fantastic. They're one of my favorite partners. You guys are in awesome hands, and I really appreciate the opportunity tonight. So thank you so much, Allison.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I'm going to jump off.
All right. Thank you so much.
Good night,
Angie.
everyone.
So as Angie jumps off, and so I think her sharing of the screen will end. Just give us a moment. Yep, there it goes. So as we transition, I want to introduce you to Gus. So Gus is from, he's a former cast member at Disney Cruise Line, and I believe he was on the Disney Magic. And so everyone can stay muted, but Gus is going to make sure he has his camera on. And then when we find him and he starts talking, we're going to want to just either pin him or change your view to speaker view so that you see his camera really big so that we can see what he's going to show us how to draw. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. I think it'll be more exciting as he does it as we go. So Gus, thank you so much for joining us. And I don't know if you want to share a little bit more about yourself before we get started, and then take it away.
Absolutely. First of all, hello, everybody. I am Gus. Can you all see me? Am I pinned? This is me. Welcome to me. I am a not former, we'll see, cast member at Disney Cruise Line. I am an entertainment host. We take care of the family and adult entertainment. So everything that's not the kids clubs, we do. All right. And I miss my job a lot, and that is a lot of fun. And the part of my job that I miss the most is teaching guests how to draw Disney characters. That's pretty much my baby. I've designed many of the blueprints for characters I've used on that show, and I've expanded that show. I've been doing it for it would be 6 years this year. Maybe you've done something similar. Maybe you've gone to Hollywood Studios back when they did it in the area that was the studios that is now launch bay for Star Wars. They're currently doing animation lessons that are a lot of fun with live animals at Rafiki's Planet Watch. That is at Animal Kingdom, of course. And I believe they are still doing them in, or they will do them again in Disneyland. All right. And of course, Art of Animation. Can't forget that one. You get those in the lobby. They're a lot of fun. So I'm coming to you all the way from scenic Buenos Aires, Argentina, which is where I live. It is only 1 hour ahead of you guys, so don't worry about anything. Okay, so I was gonna just swap the camera. I'm gonna use my handy dandy thing here to show you some of my drawings, and then we can draw a character together. Does that sound good? Hopefully it does. So all you will need is a sheet of paper and a pencil. That's all you need. Hopefully you will all draw along with me, okay? No excuses, no, oh, I can only draw stick people. No. Okay, so I want everybody drawing with me. If there's someone else in the room or if they're in the kitchen, call them, okay? Have them come over and draw a character. So I did hear Allison. Is that you, Allison? Are you the person that introduced me? Is that you, Allison?
Yes, I'm
hey,
here.
yeah.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. So Allison said that the character was going to be a secret. So you know what? We're going to keep it a secret until it's painfully obvious who it is, which will happen in the first minute of the drawing. But hey, it's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and swipe the. Oh, by the way, when I swipe the camera, I will not be able to see any of you. So if anything happens with the connection or anything, please someone unmute yourselves and let me know, okay? It's normal for it to have some slowdowns, but if it freezes, for example, either Allison, please message me on Facebook, which I have open in the computer front of me, okay? So here we go.
Thank you.
That's not a flattering angle. Okay, there we go. All right, so the first thing I need from you is tell me if you can see this Mickey from the new cartoons in full view. Can you clearly see this drawing, or should I move it a little bit?
I can see it. It's in the middle for me. Hopefully everyone else can see it too.
It's in the middle. If it's in the middle for you, then it is in the middle for everyone. So what? This is why I got a white table, so I can draw on it with pencil, just like when I was in middle school. All right. So here's Mickey. Here's Baby Yoda with his pet frog that he's definitely not gonna eat or anything. Here's Spidey. Can't wait for the new movies. Here's Donald. This was a birthday party. They had me draw Donald, so I dressed him up accordingly. Here's Goof. Here's some sort of dog. I don't know. And here's Pua. This is the last one I made for a class with a girl that really liked Moana, but she was a beginner, so we were not going to draw Moana. So we went with Pua, and this is the sheet of paper upon which we will draw a Disney character. Now, there's two different types of lines that we will draw today, and I need you to understand the difference between these two, okay? So the first one is going to be the guideline. Guidelines are very soft, weak lines that you draw, barely touching the paper with your pencil. Let me show you an example. This is a guideline. Don't copy this, by the way, this is just me. See? Very thin. Very weak, barely even there, almost invisible. And this is not a guideline. Proper line stands out. What's the difference? The guideline, I can erase. Boom, it's gone. It's not there anymore. This one, I can't. That one's there to stay. like Among Us and Fortnite. Okay. So we're going to start with the guidelines, and when I tell you we're gonna swap to regular all strong lines. All right. Now, the first thing that you need to draw is a circle. We're gonna draw it as a guideline, and when you do it, try not to use your wrist and not to use your elbow. Try to use your shoulder. Only move your shoulder. That's one of the best ways to get a nice clean circle. So here I go. Notice I go over it a couple times to make sure I get what I want. There we go. Hey, that's a mighty fine circle, if I do say so myself. They don't always turn out this good, okay? So there is my circle. Now, note that I did leave some space on the top and on the bottom because we're gonna place some more things over here, okay? When you're ready with your circle, and maybe you're not, no rush, okay? I'm gonna pace myself today. We're going to place the vertical guideline, which goes from top to bottom, and we're going to use it to split the circle in half. Now, this doesn't have to be mathematically perfect. Try to find the center of your circle and then draw that guideline. I'm going to take my watch off because it's becoming a nuisance. Great. So there we go. Split the circle in half with the vertical guideline, and then the horizontal guideline, which goes from side to side, we're gonna place it not right at the middle, okay, but a little bit below. So find the middle and then go an inch below the middle, all right? Now you gotta remember that I'm Argentinian, so whenever I say an inch, what I really mean is still, all right, I haven't looked like at all. That's more like a you thing. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and start using stronger lines from now, okay? And the first one we're gonna get is the bridge of this character's nose, which is going to be a U shape, an upside down U. We're not gonna go above the horizontal guideline, but we're going to touch the intersection of both guidelines right there in the middle. There we go. That's gonna be the bridge of the nose. And then, I mean, since we're here, I might as well draw the nose. The nose is gonna be the shape of a squashed circle, all right? Or as art scholars like myself call them, ovals, all right? So you're gonna have an oval lying down. It's not gonna be standing up. It's gonna be lying down right here. Fits in that crevice created by the curve we just drew, but doesn't really touch it. Sits right there below it. Like a Wi-Fi symbol if your Wi-Fi signal was really poor. Like you need to talk to your provider, okay? So there's the nose right there, okay? Some of you might already know who we're drawing. If not, hey, I envy you. Those mysteries, you know, hard to come across in life. The next thing I want to draw is the mouth, okay? This character is very jolly, very happy most of the time. So I want a big, big smile from side to side, all right? So I'm going to start a little bit away from the mouth, but I'm going, from the nose, I mean. I'm going to keep the same distance from the nose as I go up on one side and up on the other. That's the way I draw mouths. If you're able to draw it from side to side in one fell swoop, you are a party monster and I fear you. I'm just not good with symmetry. That's why I draw cartoons and not, you know, like buildings or shipyards. Okay. So now we have the smile. Since this is a Disney character, spoiler warning, we're gonna have two dimples, classic Disney dimples, 1 and 2. There we go, curved dimples. Big curvy lines, no spikes, okay? No pointy bits. Those are for villains. Villains are filled with pointy bits because us humans, you know, we are conditioned to fear spikes and pointy bits because they might hurt us. That's why villains usually are spiky, you know, like Hades or Cruella. Rounded shapes are usually used for heroes or, you know, nice guys or girls, like this one. Spoiler warning, it's a girl. So now we're gonna open the mouth. We're gonna dip down below the edge of the circle, but not too much. And then we're gonna go back up. Dip down, then go back up, because this mouth is open. This is the open mouth. And I know what you're thinking. It looks like the tongue. It looks like she's, you know, like showing you her tongue, and that's not nice. We're not drawing Gene Simmons, you know. So to show that this is not the tongue, let's instead draw the actual tongue inside the mouth. So the way you do it is by drawing one curve and two curves, like two little wings of a bird, you know, when you are drawing, you know, the beach and you draw some birds in the distance flying away. That kind of stuff, a little seagull. That's gonna be her tongue. A little seagull in her mouth. I guess that's more Alice Cooper than Gene Simmons, but you know what? We're gonna not think about that anymore. And instead, we're gonna draw her chin. We're gonna draw a curve right under her mouth. So we're gonna follow the mouth. We're gonna stay the same distance, and then we're gonna dip a little bit into the circle. We're gonna create a couple creases. These little details, you know, make the drawing look more alive, less made by a computer, you know. Gives what the nine old men and Mr. Walt Disney himself used to call the illusion of life. Speaking of the illusion of life, let's go ahead and draw the cheeks. The cheeks are very important on these characters. This character in particular is called Minnie Mouse. She was created in 1928, and her face was a perfect circle. 1928, though. In 1939, animators gave her puffy cheeks together with Mickey. So now you gotta go outside the circle and then come back in at this height. They gave them puffier cheeks so that they looked more human and less like a mouse. That's because Mickey and Minnie belong to a type of cartoon character called funny animal cartoons. Funny animals are animals, however, they do human stuff. They have jobs, they go to school, they have pets. So whenever anyone comes at you, you know, whenever anyone comes at you, hey, why is Goofy, you know, why does Goofy get to walk on two legs and Pluto gets to be a pet? Well, that's because Goofy is a funny animal and Pluto is an animal cartoon. Now, that's not to say Pluto is not funny, but that's the difference between the types of characters that they are. So we have the cheeks right here. We went out and we went back in, and we have the bottom half already done. Okay, so we're gonna spend our time drawing the top part now. Now, I just want to know, you guys doing fine? You're doing okay? Extra time to catch up. Just want to make sure that everybody is watching this fine. So Allison, if you could unmute yourself and just give me the go. I just want to make sure that everything's going fine.
Yeah, I asked how's everyone doing. I think everyone's doing okay. I can't see everybody on camera. Bethany's doing well. So far, she looks really good. Debbie's doing good. Nicole's good. It sounds like everyone's hanging in there. You are hilarious. I am enjoying this. So well, very enjoyable. Let's give her a top half. Thumbs up. Okay. I'm seeing thumbs up from people too. Awesome.
You're gonna make my head too big. I'm gonna end up like one of these characters. So hey, speaking of big heads, look, it's my mentor and the person that inspired me to get into art. So yeah, big head. That's gonna be me after you compliment me anymore. So for now, that's enough. Okay. So let us draw the ears, but as guidelines, okay? So very soft. We're gonna switch back to very soft strokes, one on each side, of course. They are not as big as the head, but they are rather big. And you can either do circles, which would be the hard mode, or you can do ovals, which would be the easy mode. So I encourage you to shoot for ovals, all right? So here's one. However, if you do an oval on one side, then you gotta stick to the oval theme, okay? You can't mix and match. This ain't Victoria's Secret. Hey, more humor. All right, so one more on the other side. There we go. Now the reasons guidelines for the years instead of just getting on with it and drawing them is for two reasons. One, we want to get these two to be as similar to each other as possible, so we need maximum margin for mistakes. Don't tell him I call them mistakes. All right, he calls them something different now. That's something that me and my mentor differ in. Okay, so and the other reason is because we need to draw something that's in on top of the ears. It's in front of them, so we need them to be guidelines for now. Now that those are done, let's go to the eyes. The eyes are gonna be ovals, one on each side of the vertical guideline. They look like surfboards that you put on the sand so that they do not tip over. So you can't see the bottom, all right? The bottom is obscured by the bridge of the nose. Now there's one right here. And notice how it shoots straight up. Sometimes because this is curved, people, instead of shooting them up, they draw them tilted a bit towards the side. So Minnie looks a little bit confused, okay? So make sure that you shoot them straight up, northbound. And also the other one is going to be on the other side. And notice how there's a gap between the eyes. Sometimes when people try to draw Mickey and Minnie from memory, they stick the eyes together in the middle, as you would with Goofy, but not Mickey and Minnie. There's a gap. There's also a gap for Donald and Daisy. All right, so here are the eyes. They should be, they should be the same height and the same with longness on the side, which is easier said than done. Okay, so take time, no rush. And when you're done, we're going to not draw anything else. The pupils, when you draw the pupils on a character to life, okay, they turn into just a drawing of a character into the character. And that is so special that I want to say. So instead of focusing on the eyes, we're going to go to the forehead, where Minnie has what is called a widow's peak, which is a V for victory right here, right in the center. So one curve goes up, the other one goes up on the other side, forms a V. This is called the widow's peak. And this is a special word for me because I had no idea that this was a thing, a concept, until my first class where I taught how to draw Mickey Mouse on board of the Disney Fantasy almost 6 years ago. They were like, oh yeah, the thing on the forehead is called the widow's peak. And I was like, what? Why? And they were like, I don't know, we just gotta say that because it's in the script. And I was like, okay. So yeah, the widow's peak. But now we're gonna turn the V into an M because we're gonna keep it going, following the curve of the eyes at a safe distance. And we're gonna turn it into an M, not any M, not a pointy M, but a big curvy M that resembles the logo of a fast food chain. And I know which chain I'm talking about. I am, of course, talking about Wendy's. So make sure you get that upside down W for Wendy's right here. Now, I'm just glad the widow's peak joke is funny, but Minnie is not a real widow. That would be pretty tragic. And you know what? She's not a widow. And also guys, I don't know if you know this, but they're not even married. It's been like, 95 years? They're not married. Is he saving for the ring? Come on. Okay, one last thing. They don't even live together. Okay, that's it. We're not going to revisit that topic. Instead, we're going to go ahead and close the head on the top by welcoming all these sides of the circle. And by welcoming, I mean just reinforcing them, making it clear that they are official parts of the drawing. Because none of these guidelines are part of the drawing until we say they are, until we give them the green light. There we go. And you have your mini head. Now, some of you might not want to draw Minnie, and that is fine. I always draw Minnie. She is my favorite. She is by far the character I've drawn the most. I just love her to bits. But maybe you prefer to draw Mickey, which is absolutely fine. In case you want to draw Mickey instead of Minnie, then I suggest you go get a coffee or something, because we're about to draw the bow. And, you know, Mickey doesn't usually wear those. So to start the bow, we're going to get the knot of the bow, which is going to be an M, kind of like this one, but this time with a crease in the middle, right here, right above the widow's peak. There you go. Kind of like the top of a love heart, you know, right over there. Now, what do you need to know about this bow? The most important thing is it's taller than the ears. Okay, if you ever draw a small bow, that's just not how many rows. Okay, she likes big bows, so we're gonna pretend we're drawing a butterfly, a big puffy butterfly. So we need some wings. We're gonna go up and down with the top of this wing. And then for the bottom part, we're actually going to start around the height of the top of the eyes, and we're gonna go out and in with a crease. And the crease is sort of important. Those details that give the illusion of life. There you go. Now, you can either try to replicate this on the other side, but when it comes to bows, I'm not looking for symmetry, you know, because it's made of fabric. This bow is made of fabric, and you know, it's not static. There's no Gorilla Glue here. So you can, you know, shoot for a different angle, different curve, something like this. Here's my big puffy butterfly posed on top of Minnie's head. Perfect. I mean, I'm talking about me. I can't see your drawings, but I'm killing it over here. All right, so and I'm sure Minnie owns a couple of those, but that's not her favorite. Okay, her favorite pattern for bows has to be polka dots. Of course, she is a polka dots girl. So that's what I'm going to draw. Now you can go nuts. You can pick your own designs, choose whatever you want. You can write something on the bow if you want. I don't know, Supreme, the Supreme logo. I mean, I've done it before. This is part of my Lunino merchandise, okay? Follow me on Instagram, and soon you will be able to order these overseas. So anyway, you can do polka dots like me, or you can do suns, moons, stars. At Disney Cruise Line, she used to have, what do you call them in English? Life rings or anchors, you know, or water droplets. And I say used to because she doesn't wear a bow anymore on Disney Cruise Line, because a couple of years ago, she was promoted from cruise director to captain. So now she has to wear a captain's hat. So she doesn't get to rock the bow. Anyway, I went with polka dots because I am a company man to the bitter end, but you are able to break company policy and draw whatever you want. So there is my polka dot bow. Now, we should get some more creases on this bow to make it look more real. Now, there's this knot that we have here. It's not tight enough. So we're gonna make it look like it's tight by drawing 3 whiskers on each side. And when you draw these, flick your pencil in one single motion, like I do right now. 1, 2, 3. This way, the stroke fades near the tip, which is an effect that we want. 1, 2, 3. Like whiskers on a cat. But this is, of course, just creases on the bow's fabric, showing us how tight it's tied. Okay. Minnie made the knot. Minnie literally cannot. Oof, that's an old joke. I haven't made that one in years. Okay. So now that we have the bow, we can actually draw the portion of the ears that isn't covered by the bow. So we welcome this into the drawing. Whoop. And this one as well. And the good thing about Mickey and Minnie is that there's no standard size for the ears, because these characters have been through so many different iterations that you're bound to find one that matches the proportions that you've drawn. Also, fun fact, did you know that Minnie has a smaller head than Mickey's? She does. In the official guidelines for character drawing, Minnie has a head that is, although marginally, still smaller than Mickey's. She's also shorter, but maybe eagle-eyed viewers might be able to pick up on that one. All right, so if we draw the pupils and we call it a day, then we would have drawn a beautiful picture of Mickey Mouse wearing a bow. Because the real difference between them both is not the bow. Mickey can wear a bow if he wants, but the real difference is the eyelashes, okay? It's all in the lashes, my favorite part to draw. We're gonna draw them by flicking our pencil, just like we did with these. We're gonna flick upwards and outwards, 3 lashes on each eye, and they don't all stem from spot. The first thing we need to do is set the area by adding an extra layer on top of the eye, kind of like she's wearing eyeliner. Just make the top a little bit thicker. There we go. This is something nice, because usually when animators draw a guy and a girl that look similar, then they give the girl lipstick just to differentiate them. Think Pac-Man and Mrs. Pac-Man and so many other characters. And I am actually, Minnie does wear lipstick sometimes, but it's not like a main feature of the character. And I'm so glad they didn't go with that, because it's just a big stereotype, and I don't like it when animators go for those things. Anyway, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. All right, so onward and outward. These are the easy ones for me to draw because I suffer from the curse of being left-handed. So these ones are a little bit harder for me to draw. If there's any other lefties in the house, shout out to, I believe they say, my homies. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that's fine. I won't lose any sleep over that. I'm gonna make the bottom of these a little bit thicker. 1, 2, 3. You guys, in the United States, you have left-handed stores for left-handed people, which I mean is nice in concept. But I've been to Disney Springs and I've seen your left-handed store. It's just shirts about being left-handed. Okay, that's not going to enhance my quality of life. That's how about a pair of scissors? No, thank you for yes, King, give us nothing. Okay. Anyway, that's just with the lefty store at Disney Springs. Nobody take it personally, unless someone watching is the owner of that store. In that case, you'll hear from my lawyers. All right, so we're almost done. We just need to get the pupils in there. Now, the pupils, hold on, let me activate the Zoom. All right, so the pupils are the same shape as the eyes, but smaller, obviously. And we're gonna attach them to this, the bottom center corner of the eye. 1 and 2. There we go. Don't paint it just yet, okay? Don't. I know it looks a little bit weird if you don't paint it, but don't do it just yet. We need to draw the other one, and the other one should be the same, again, same height and the same width. That's a word you guys invented, width. Couldn't have gone with a different one. And so yeah, should be the same proportions, which is easier said than done. So my tip to you is good luck. Alrighty. Cool. But I think we can enhance our drawing even more by drawing some glare on these eyes. This is typical on modern cartoons with Minnie Mouse. Well, I mean, not in the modern ones, because in the later ones, they are actually using some old concepts, So what I mean is maybe Disney Junior renderings of Minnie, something like that. We're gonna add a little oval attached to the top of the eye, like that. That's the glare. That's the light shining on the eye. And then we're gonna color in everything that's below that. All right. So the way I like to do it, because I like to try hard, I color strong on top, and then it starts fading as I get near the bottom. It's all in the details, as I always say. So hard on top, and then whoosh, starts fading. So there's like 3 different flavors in there. And speaking of 3 different flavors, let's also get those 3 different flavors on the nose. So there is the glare. You don't touch the glare, it stays white. And then you keep shading. And then you shade strong around the glare. Animators, artists, all kinds, they need to always learn proper shading and lighting. They need to find the balance between the light and dark. It's like they're Jedis or something. I've also worked on the Star Wars Day at Sea cruises where we drew Yoda. And well, I guess if we were still doing those right now, we would definitely draw the Mandalorian. But that wasn't out when we did them. Okay, let's also shade in the mouth. Hold on, let me zoom out. Let's shade in the mouth, not the tongue. There we go. And I always like to add a little, a little heart. That is some high-tech zooming. I realize that I can actually see what you're saying through a little window on my the thing I use as a tripod. So all those things you said about me, I saw them, and I'm not happy. All right, so I always like to add a little heart on a little speech balloon. It's like a little trademark. But speaking of trademarks, you got to sign your drawing. You never know. Art theft is a thing. So let's go ahead and sign our drawings. I always do the bottom corner. There's my name, Gus. My full name is Agustin, but Gus is my nickname. It started being my pirate name at Pirate Night at Disney Cruise Line, but it actually turned into my actual real nickname used by everybody I know that speaks English. So now I am Gus. There we go. And you got to sign your drawings. Art theft, as I said, is a thing. There are some companies out there that will steal your artwork without a second hesitation. I am a professional, and I never name any names or call anyone out, Universal Studios, but you just got to be careful. You got to protect your artwork. So make sure that you sign it. And hey, since I have you here, it would be great if, after the class, you followed me on Instagram and at animation with Gus, which is my name online, soon to be changed, but for now I'm going to stick with it. So if you could follow me, I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to get to more followers, to spread my work, to get more eyes on it. I am looking at opening a store soon. So if you follow me, you'll get news about that. And that is Minnie Mouse as drawn by you. Now I want to see your drawing, so I'm going to switch the camera. Wi-Fi was really being nice today, and it's the small things in life. Hey.
Okay, everybody's
all right, so please
to...
hold your drawing up so I can see them.
Yep, change it to gallery view so you can see everybody else, and get on that camera and hold up your picture. Amy, that's awesome. Good
work.
Amy,
that's awesome. Oh, these are great. Oh, wow.
Randy, that is ridiculous. You should get a job.
These are so good. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Tag me please on my Instagram, and I want to share all of these on my story because I am pretty proud of this.
Yeah, you guys did fantastic. So yeah, definitely follow Gus. If you post your picture on Instagram, tag Gus and tag the agency too, so we can see them. And this has been so much fun. I just am so excited that Gus was able to do this. And I think we might have to do this again with another.
That would be great.
Maybe on our social media, we could do a survey, and we could put up, I'll talk to Gus about some of his favorites, and maybe we'll do a survey and we'll see what wins, and we'll have another go at this maybe next month. I'm thinking maybe Stitch or maybe Yoda, or there's a few options.
By
So
Stitch, you mean this dog, right? Is that his name? Okay, Stitch.
I love
It's a weird name for a dog, but I'll take it.
626 project or 626.
Oh,
Anyway,
he does look like a 626. Yeah.
so again, I just want to thank Gus so much for coming. Thank you, all of you who stayed with us and joined this. And I just want to remind you again about our special booking offers for tonight. I will be sending a follow-up email tomorrow or the next day. Sometime this week, we'll be at Hollywood Studios all day tomorrow. So it's going to be a crazy busy day. Follow along and see if we get on that Rise of the Resistance. I will be trying at 7 a.m.
Good vibes. Good luck to you.
Send me all your Jedi powers, and you can see if we get on. So again, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you, Gus, for your awesome tutorial and drawing with us. I'll be sending some follow-up emails if you guys are thinking about a 21 or 22 vacation to Walt Disney World or anywhere else. You know where to find us. And I just want to thank you all for coming and have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.